Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday morning to you. As usual, we have a lot to cover. There is no royal news video today. There's 3 Harry and Meghan videos. There's not enough news, or there's not enough content, okay? So stick with me, because this is part 1 of why now it's coming out in the news that Charles and Harry aren't speaking. There really is a lot of information, so just bear with me. Let's jump in. Let's cover it. Let's go. Hi, everybody. I just want to put out a big thank you. When I think about Finn and what he was like when we first adopted him, for those of you who don't know, I have a rescue dog. There's a link in the description box with Finn's channel. Just watch the first video and you'll see how we got Finn. You guys keep sending him these fabulous toys, and it just, you know, when I think about where he came from, that little tiny puppy in that little crate that nobody was paying attention to now, it really, you guys touch my heart. So thank you to Cece for the gift. Finn, it's for you. You have to push it, Finn. He's looking at it. Go get it. Tail's wagging. Come on, Finn. Go ahead. It always takes him a minute with a new toy. Go ahead, Finn. There we go. It's going to take him a minute. All right, as long as people are writing, I'm still going to keep putting it up. YouTube is not giving people notifications now. I'm no longer showing up in people's feeds, and they're having to look for me in the mornings. Ooh, YouTube. All right, let's get into our story. Here we go. Harry and Meghan are trying really hard to get their free security, taxpayer-funded security. And so one of the things they're doing in an attempt to get it now, because I think Harry realizes his appeal is not going to work, is they're trying to leverage their children to pressure King Charles to somehow supply them with the state-funded security. In other words, if you want to see Archie, if you want to see Lily, you have to give us security or we're not coming back to the UK. Now, here's the thing. King Charles doesn't have any kind of relationship with these children. Lily has only been to the UK one time, and that was during the Platinum Jubilee when Charles was extremely busy and Archie was born there. But I don't think that King Charles saw him a whole lot before they ran out of the country. But the problem is, Harry apparently is going public with this threat because he honestly feels that somehow Charles is going to meddle with the UK government. The problem is Charles has nothing to do with Ravik. Nothing to do with Ravik. Nothing at all. And that's why, for instance, when Harry was being kicked out of Frogmore Cottage, it was being reported that one of the lines to Charles was, "Don't you ever want to see your grandchildren again?" Now, somebody else is now reporting that his actual line was, "You will never see these kids again." And what you're seeing now is him going public with that threat. This really is not about Meghan. Meghan has no intention of ever going back to England. We already know that. So now Harry is doing whatever he can to get his UK protection back. What I don't understand is that he's worth $60 million. So why can't he pay for his own? And Harry should have known that since Meghan and he have withheld the children, and he never allowed Charles to have a relationship with them in the first place, that trying to use them now as leverage is not going to work. Charles being treated for cancer, so even if he had the time, he can't fly to Los Angeles to see the children. And of course, we know that Harry is never going to bring the children to the UK. Now, if you're going to force Charles to choose between his duty to the crown and his personal feelings, he's going to choose the crown just like his mother did. These children are going to grow up and they're going to look back at all the stories and realize that their parents kept them from knowing their grandfather, the king. Well, their grandfather on both sides. that they did not allow them a relationship with any of the family, with either of their grandparents, with either of their grandfathers, with any of their aunts, with any of their uncles, with any of their cousins. They're going to grow up, and I guarantee you, one of these children is going to write a tell-all book slamming Harry and Meghan and the way that they were raised and the fact that they were not allowed to have a relationship with the family. When Harry and Meghan said we're leaving, they were notified that, Harry's private secretary was being warned by the cabinet secretary that the government-funded security was not a sure thing. And a month later, Ravik officially notified Buckingham Palace that the Sussexes would no longer be automatically entitled to police protection. And since then, Harry has spent more than $1.9 million to fight the Ravik ruling. Yes, $1.9 million. Now, in the meantime, they paid for their own security and bodyguards. The only difference is they can't carry guns in the UK. That's really the only difference. In September of 2021, Harry started the legal proceedings over the Ravik ruling, but late last year, the High Court ruled against him because he took so long to file. They're saying that the ousting of the Conservative government from power after 14 years is not going to make any difference or impact because the UK government's protective security team is rigorous and proportionate. I'm going to say this one more time in case I didn't already say it. Harry lost his security court case. He knows that the appeal will be unsuccessful, so now he's trying to blackmail with the children. All he has to do is give a 28-day notice before he goes in to pre-agree with the police where they're going to be at all times, and, that suits the palace, and there you go. But no, Harry doesn't. That's not good enough for Harry. I have to tell you, in my opinion, it takes a certain kind of person to fight your own father's government, and then when you don't get what you want, you try to blackmail your own father. That's a certain kind of person. You guys know what I mean. Oh my God. Okay. Don't forget to put the comments down. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and then go down into the description box where you're going to find the link to part 2 of this story and follow me over. You don't want to miss it. Let's go.